Welcome back to another episode of Gossip Break, the cherry on top of your day. I'm one of your hosts, Becky.
And I'm your other host, Bree.
And welcome to another Gossip Break Friday. I look forward to these every week. It's really my saving grace on the week. I think Fridays are the move for
Fridays hit different. I love a good Friday.
Yeah, like we just yapped y'all for an hour before recording nonstop. We had to be like, oh, we need to record. We need to press record because we can
Time to
actually,
start.
yeah, we can sit here all day and yap about everything under the sun and not hit record. That's how you know we're true to this
This is
job.
why we started this podcast.
Yeah, because one thing about us, we're going to yap. So thanks
One
for
thing about us,
listening.
we're gonna hit that voice note button.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We honestly haven't done it in a while, and maybe that's why our yap sessions have been so like our pre-gossip break yap sessions have been so long because we just yapped down.
That is a thing though. Like I feel like before we started the podcast, it was just voice notes 24/7. Now we have our outlet to express ourselves.
Yeah. It's an hour every week, at least an hour every week dedicated to talking to each other. So thanks for listening. Make sure you do the usual. Follow us on Instagram, Threads, TikToks, and of course, leave a 5-star review and send this to your best yapper.
Okay, thanks, girlies. Let's get into it. Nice, quick, and easy as usual. We don't even like really drag stuff out, so I never
No.
better hear any complaints about that. We're just trying to do our job.
Yes.
Should we start off with RHONJ,
Yes.
our problematic faves?
I know.
So, The Real Housewives of New Jersey season 15 it's now filming because I saw
Yeah.
that they came out with that they are officially coming back to film, and our stars are our housewives are of course Miss Teresa Giudice. Who like what did you think this was? This is
Yeah.
Teresa runs New Jersey. Of course she's coming back. Sorry to the haters. If you're not, we're not tree huggers, but if you're a Teresa hater, like this is probably, I don't want to say this is not the podcast for you because everyone's allowed to have different opinions, but like her and Kenya Moore are problematic faves that like it is.
Yeah.
It's like we know people don't like them. Like I'm sorry, those are our girls. Teresa's coming back. Melissa Gorga is coming back, and Dolores Catania. So I guess did their little family reunion work at BravoCon?
Yeah.
I guess it did.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you don't work for a year and a
Yeah, they
half.
needed the money.
It's like y'all, we saw the taxes. You need a job. So get along with your sister-in-law so y'all can everybody can eat. And they said completely understood. We tried to tell y'all for what the last 5 years, but y'all didn't want to listen. Now we're back.
You know what? And I'm not mad about Melissa coming back. I'm really
Me
not mad
neither.
about it because I was thinking about it some more. And honestly, no matter who they took off, whether it was Teresa or Melissa, the show just wouldn't be what it was. So I
Mhm.
think they really did need to at least be cordial. It seems like they're being more than cordial, which is nice, but they needed to at least be cordial for to bring this back. And then
Mhm.
Dolores is the nice middle between them. But I think some notable people that are not being asked to return is Margaret Josephs, which to me cheering, but I know a lot of people like her. Jennifer Aiden, which I know a lot of people don't like. Everything that people like in New Jersey, I like the opposite.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aiden, I'm like, no,
Yeah, love down.
everyone else is cheering.
Mm,
Danielle Cabral, bye. Fuda, bye. Like,
yeah.
thank goodness, especially those two.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were making me sick towards the end. I don't know what it was about them. I just, no.
They put their own foot in their mouth, especially Fuda. They probably could have bought Fuda back, or at least in a friend capacity, but that husband was
It was the
so
husband.
to work with. They said, yeah, he isn't worth this. We've been doing this for 20 years and we've never had a problem like this. You can go.
I always think about with her husband that one scene with her and Teresa when she said like that he was a Teresa's like, isn't your husband like a parking attendant? And Rachel trying to be funny and sarcastic, like, oh yeah, he's a parking attendant. He makes $5 an hour. And Teresa goes, well, maybe a drug dealer would be better then.
No, right. Like that
Right.
is anyway. I'm
Oh yeah, we're
excited.
excited.
Yeah, we'll have Wow, a lot of East Coast housewives.
I wasn't
New
feeling
York,
too confident they would come back after Rhode
me
Island.
neither.
I mean, I don't know. There's always a soft spot in my heart for Jersey, especially the early seasons. There's just some housewives that's just what I envision it as always. And like those early seasons of Jersey just always have my heart. Whereas like the early seasons of Atlanta, the it's always the early seasons though. Because they get too into it and then they try to like rehearse and try to make it into they make it into a show rather than just being themselves.
Yeah, and I also we talk about this all the time. I also think that the early seasons are better also because everyone's actually has a relationship with each other.
Yeah.
Teresa and Melissa are real life sisters that do not like each other or did not like each other. So when their drama pops off, of course it's good because this is a real family having a real fight. Same thing with Atlanta. They had real connections. Potomac, New York, all of them, they had real
Beverly
connections.
Hills with Kyle and
Yeah.
Kim, the early
Yeah.
seasons.
Hello. Even Salt Lake City, those ladies were really fighting with each other because they've really known each other since high school. And then inevitably they get around like season 8 and half of the OGs are gone and people that have no relevance to any of the women on the show comes on and it just becomes a little bit of a farce. So I'm happy that they're back because it will be interesting to see how their relationship unfolds, but we're also going to need some new blood that's sassy and a firecracker because they're all on the same side pretty much.
Yeah, I am
Dolores.
interested to see who else they're gonna have because,
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, all the girlies are pretty much on the same side right now, which at the same time, then you think about the family and it's like, is this really right for you guys, Teresa and Melissa? Because this is what happens every time you guys get good together and then you start filming and something happens with filming that fucks it all up. So we'll see. But I feel like
Yeah.
we've had enough time to calm down with the two of them. I feel more benevolent towards Melissa again. I'm ready to see
Mhm.
them back on my screen. I'm actually ready to see Joey Gorga back on my screen. Like, never thought I'd say that in my life. But you know what? I'm ready for the fun kookiness.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not mad at it at all. It's good to hear,
Yeah,
honestly.
good to hear they're coming back. So their little BravoCon plan worked. Good for you guys. And we'll be probably recapping that later in the year. Woohoo!
I know.
That was
Ooh,
like
for
the
the
first things that
summer?
we ever used to recap when we first started
Yes.
the podcast.
Oh
Please don't go
my.
back and listen. Please don't.
Oh my goodness, you're right.
We were really deep in Jersey and it was like honestly toxic.
It was. It was
Jersey gets
awful.
so toxic.
Horrible. So, yeah, we'll
Should we just
be there.
continue? I was gonna say, should we just continue to talk about Bravo stuff? Should we? 'Cause I
Yes.
kind of wanted to talk about the summer house thoughts that I had
Ugh.
after this week's episode. So Andy went on his little radio Andy's whatever thing that he does and said that this week that Kyle was gonna have his worst episode to date, which Andy likes to exaggerate things. And also, I wasn't too like I didn't think it was actually going to be his worst episode to date because we've literally seen Kyle. He's done the worst he could ever do. Like, what more is there for him to do? So basically, for the people who didn't watch Summer House this week, just to like fill you in, what ended up happening is it was so stupid. They came back from the club, everybody's drunk, whatever. Kyle is in the living room doing his stupid little DJ set, like his little living room DJ set. And after like 30 minutes, okay, we're done doing the DJ set. So everybody starts to go outside. They're starting to chill, calm down, hanging out by the hot tub, just yapping like what you do after a long night. Like it's time to just hang out by the pool and yap.
Yeah.
Everybody left besides Kyle. Kyle's still doing his dumbass DJ set inside. And he comes outside and sees Amanda and all their friends hanging out. He looks right at Amanda and says, "Fuck you." She was like, "What?" Everybody's like, "Where did that come from?" He goes, "Fuck you. You never hang out with me, but you're hanging out with all my friends." My friends. Like, they're not her friends either. So then they continue to argue. Amanda's crying. And even West, who never says anything, he's the most conflict avoidant person on this cast, goes to Kyle and was like, "Dude, what are you talking about? Like, that came out of nowhere." And Kyle's all in his head, like, "Well, she was giving me fuck you eyes." And Wes was like, "No, she wasn't. She was literally just hanging out talking to us. What is your problem?" And Amanda comes into the room, hears West and Kyle talking and crying or whatever. And then Kyle calls her. He was like, "You fucking dumbass bitch."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, thank goodness they got divorced. Because there's no way, like, first of all, to even say fuck you to your wife for literally no reason. And
Yeah.
then to call her a fucking dumbass bitch. Oh my God. Like, I just can't believe the stuff that he gets away with. And I'm going to say that he gets away with it because, yeah, sure, people want to say, oh, well, on social media, they're in his comments or whatever. At the end of the day, next week is going to come by and Kyle Cook will be fine again. Everybody always gets over it, but the way he treats Amanda is honestly borderline abusive, like emotional abuse, because she, like I said, she did fucking nothing wrong. And even Wes was talking to Amanda in the bathroom after. It was just a private moment with them two, but like you could, they were in the bathroom, which is where they go when they don't want to be filmed, but you could still hear the mics pick up. And he was just like, objectively, nothing just happened. Like, what just, like, how did he get to
Yeah.
that point? And she was like, it's been 10 years of my life like this. I honestly feel like I don't know how I can ever do better. That's why I stay. Like, my self-esteem
Mm.
is completely shot at this point. And it was just so sad. And then seeing him talk in the bathroom, and Wes was like, I love you. You got this. Text me if you need anything. So I thought it was like a really sweet moment between them. And yeah, it wasn't Kyle's worst episode to date because he's done worse, but it was very bad. But then that moves me into this other news story that's been happening, which I feel like looks a little different this week after West helping Amanda in this situation, is the rumors that Amanda and West are hooking up. I don't know to believe this or not because one, he would be fucking over Kyle because Kyle is his friend and Sierra, and Amanda especially would be fucking over Sierra. Like, where is
Yeah.
the girl code? And her and Sierra are so close that I couldn't even bring myself to believe that this rumor was true.
Me neither.
But then when he talked about it on Watch What Happens Live, I don't know. It was a little like, I feel like he didn't answer straight up. He was like, she's
No.
single. We're friends. We're just friends. And it's like, yeah, but you didn't say yes or no.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
didn't say no because if it was no, you would say, of course not. Like, we would
Exactly.
never, we are friends. No, we did not hook up. It'd be very clear.
And then also this week, it came out that Amanda and Sierra were supposed to do some Amazon Live thing together, and last minute they ended up doing it separately, which is weird. And then also, people have noticed, I mean, I don't know if there's too much into this, but people have noticed that Sierra hasn't been liking Amanda's pictures lately, which I don't know. I mean, it could be a
I don't,
sign.
I think stuff like that is a sign, especially when it's your job for normies, like normal people that aren't famous and it isn't their job to be chronically online and posting and everybody's faces. Like, no big deal, whatever. Didn't see the post. But for two women who I know are on their phones all day long,
And
it's
supposed to
not,
be best friends.
yeah, it's not looking too good. It is really weird because I think I'm finally gonna start Summer House during my
Yay!
little B-day spring break because not because, but obviously love Sierra. I've been getting a few clips of Sierra and her friends, and it's been amazing. Like, I watch the clips and I'm like, no, bring back Martha's Vineyard, please.
Sierra,
But
Mia, and KJ have been great additions
yeah,
this cast. I'm like, they're
amazing.
literally like siblings. I love them.
Yeah. And I watched Wes watch What Happens Live, and I was like, wait, Wes is kind of hot.
You
I
have to
don't,
see him in action to get it. Like, if you just
yeah,
see him
but
on Instagram, it's like, whatever.
yeah, I was seeing him before, and I was like, I don't really like his stick. But after seeing him on the show and the way he dresses and stuff, I was like, you know what? I see it, Sierra. I see it now. But I don't like how he did her, obviously. So I'm not gonna give him
You can't give
too
him too
much.
much credit. Yeah.
Yeah, never that. But I do see the vision. I
Very
don't know.
charming. He's very funny. It's like I said, when you watch him on Summer House, even if you don't typically think that he would be attractive, you like watch him. It's just like some people, they have like an aura about them or their
Yeah.
personality that makes them more attractive. And I think that's definitely West. Also, that being said, two judgy girls, if you guys don't know them, they're like a big Bravo podcast. Every year they do March Madness, which is like all the Bravo men, which people objectify women all the time. One
Yeah.
day or one time a year we get to objectify the men, and they do March Madness. And the two finals right now, like the final two, I think it's being announced today, is Rob Roush and West, which I guess they're considering Rob because Peacock
Peacock.
traders. Fine. Because last year Dylan Efron won. So it was literally a 50-50 tie the last I looked between West and Rob, which is kind of crazy. Like I thought Rob
Yeah,
would take it. Not gonna lie, I voted for Rob. Um,
I voted for West.
two different kinds of girls.
Yeah, so we evened each other's. Yeah, no, I see the Rob. Same thing with watching Traders. I was like, Rob is hot. Like I saw the vision slightly before, but seeing them in action, I was like, I would be more 100%. I would have ate that shit up.
Yeah, just give me a Birkin. We'll call it a day.
Yeah, and look, she got her Birkin. What more can she really ask for anyway? So I'm not mad at either one of them.
But yeah, back to the
I'm
Sierra West Amanda thing, because it still hasn't been confirmed or not. Like, what the hell is happening here? But a lot of people that are in New York, because it's, what they say, New York is so small, you end up running into everybody. All these people have been writing into these podcasts like Beyond the Blinds or Snarkbait. All these people have been posting that we get all of these DMs saying, like, just saw Amanda and West out wherever and they were holding hands. Just saw Amanda and West and they were being super cuddly. Just saw. So it's like if all of these different people are writing in DMs saying, just saw them. Another person said that her boyfriend lives across Amanda and apparently could see into her window in New York, which is so fucking nuts, and saw her and Wes kissing. So I'm like, what? Like, is everybody just making things up or is this real? Because I just, in my heart of hearts, I don't want to believe that Amanda would have done
yeah.
that to Sierra. But at the same time, I honestly could kind of see it, especially after this week's episode, like the way he was so there for Amanda, which fine, it's nice that he was there for Amanda, but it was a little bit annoying because he has never been activated like that for Sierra ever. Anytime she's ever cried or been hurt by him, he kind of just like stares at her like, what am I supposed to say right now? But like Amanda,
Mm.
she's crying and he's going in there and saying the exact perfect things that she needs to say, like, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I love you, Amanda. Text me if you need anything. Where was that for Sierra?
This is so nasty. Oh, I really hope like not this being our scandal. This is gonna be
Oh,
my
literally.
personal scandal when I finally watch the show because uh, no, 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 no. Where is Lindsay in all of this?
Oh my God, Lindsay is so funny on Summer House because she comes like every other episode and she is literally the perfect reality star because everybody's getting along and then Lindsay will show up and be like, so this person said this, this, and this. Like, is that true? It just stirs the pot for everybody every week. Like, she could literally be 90 years old and she will still be the perfect reality star. She just has it. But yeah, once you start watching Summer House, you're because honestly, him and Sierra have such crazy chemistry that it's like, what are you even doing with Amanda? Just go back to your girl and just make it
Yeah.
work. Like, what are we doing right now? And even
Yeah.
this season, like literally last episode, him and Sierra are sitting next to each other on two armchairs, and there was like 6 feet in between them. West is reaching his leg out as far as he can just to like put his toe on her thigh. Like he
Yeah.
is trying to
Yeah.
touch her in any way possible. So I'm like, just go get your girl. Like, what are we doing with Amanda right now?
No, this is messy and I don't like it. I hope if this is true that it catapults Sierra into a star because she is a star, but she's a star in like the Bravo universe, like if you're into Bravo and stuff like that. Whereas, which good segue because I wanted to bring this up, Paige and Hannah are killing it right now.
Yeah.
Like they are on another level. Did you see they just signed a deal with Netflix?
Yes, that was crazy. And you know what? I was just thinking a few weeks ago because I was watching Summer House and they were talking about Paige. And I was like, she left the show to do bigger opportunities, but what has really popped up? Not that she hasn't, I know
Hmm.
she does things, but I was just thinking like it would be something really big for her to leave Summer House. And then like the next day, I see the Netflix thing. I was like, okay, yeah, she made the right
Yeah.
decision.
A scripted series produced by Amy Poehler. I'm like, but you know what? Mascom Cherry Bombs on top. Love to see it happen.
Should we
I want.
explain Mascom Cherry Bomb? Because I feel like when we were talking to our friend the other day, we were like, oh yeah, you're a Mascom Cherry Bomb. She was like, what? What does that
Yeah.
mean? We just say it
Yeah.
like everybody knows. Masscom Cherry Bombs is because Becky and I majored in mass communications in college, and we just Like literally, where did that even come from?
I don't know. I think it kind of rhymes.
If you majored in any kind of journalism, public relations, marketing, anything in that field, you're a mass comm cherry bomb.
Yeah, I personally have a special place in my heart for people that have gone to school for mass communications because all of us are fighting for our lives and our work day to day. And then we're going on
Literally.
TV and seeing sometimes they are mass comm cherry bombs, like Paige, like Wes, for example, Lindsay, even they get these opportunities that we would fight tooth and nail for, and they're unqualified for, a la Jake Shane at the Oscars. We've seen this past week. And you know what? Mascom Cherry Bombs need a platform. We need a togetherness. And we don't because everyone just thinks this job is so easy being a professional yapper and communicator, but it really is not.
It's actually so funny that West is a mass comm cherry bomb. Like he's probably one of the only male mass comm cherry bombs that we talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So that's
that you know
Mascom Cherry
what?
Bomb.
That kind of reminds me though. This is a good segue into the girl code of it all and Amanda and Wes and Sierra going over to Utah, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Miss Jessie Draper and Chase. I went. I
Ah,
thought literally
I
thought we were
believe
just going to talk about her interview and the divorce. Nope.
no
It's
old news.
always
That's old news. It
it's
came out on
always
Tuesday.
something. It's always something with these girls. Their news moves so fast.
Yeah, the season comes out fast. It's all the episodes at once. But they're always on at the same time.
Okay, I guess we'll start off with Jesse and Jordan officially got divorced. She went on to call her daddy this week on Wednesday. I listened to it. It was actually a really good interview. I feel like Jesse is so well spoken and
Yeah,
she's
she
so
is.
articulate. Like I could just listen to her all day. And I feel like she is pretty authentic and honest about everything. You know, she's never hid away from the fact that she cheated and yada yada. But just hearing her and Jordan's full story just makes so much more things make sense. For one thing that she brought up that I thought was crazy is that Jordan was apparently cheating as well, that he was going to escorts and stuff like that. And this escort agency reached out to Jesse and said, hey, aren't you married to this guy? Like, here's the text proving this is his number and that he was reaching out to meet up with us. And that happened. I don't know if she said he was either a week or a day before she started talking to Marciano because she was basically like, oh, okay, like you can do that. And I hate our marriage right now. I'm going to do this too. So,
Yeah.
not to say that cheating is right, but the fact that she protected him so much that season and just being like, it was just me, when she did that kind of in retaliation for him cheating and nobody talks about him cheating, I thought that was crazy. I'm so glad that they're divorced now. And also, another thing that she brought up, probably like the other biggest thing of the interview, was they agreed together that they were going to get divorced and file together. And then she flew to LA to record Call Her Daddy, and he just rushed to the courthouse and filed for divorce without her. And she found out they were getting divorced from TMZ by a
Yeah.
text someone sent her. So she was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to tell everything on Call Her Daddy now.
He filed for divorce and then called TMZ.
And that's what she said as well. How I don't exactly know how
Yeah.
she worded it, but basically he was trying to act like he didn't go to TMZ. And she was like, then why do they have a statement from you? Like, shut up.
Jordan is just so awful and annoying that I don't care that she cheated. I would, if I were, I would cheat on you too. You don't even have to cheat on me first. I would have cheated on you anyway. And
But
the fact
yeah,
that
especially that he cheated first. Like,
yeah, that he had escorts, I don't, is that even legal in Utah? You can't even gamble in Utah. I doubt you can hire a sex worker.
it was when she said it was when he went to Texas. Like, this is when he had his job still, that he was always having to travel for sales. And I guess he went to Houston and this is when it happened.
Yeah, that sounds right. Because I was like, I know that's illegal in Utah. So that makes a lot of sense and it's definitely believable. And also the escort agency is messy as hell for telling the wife because they just kind of killed their own business.
I know. I'm actually, now that I'm thinking about it more, I'm like, that is kind of crazy
That's
that.
like confidentiality clause. I'm sure they have one.
And then he tried to tell her like, oh, it was AI, and she was like, no. And then another time, she said this was recently, and I guess this is what finally made her just be like, I need to just get divorced. Is that she was out at, I think, a restaurant or dinner or something, and a friend approached her, and the friend's husband said something about how he had seen, or I don't know if he had seen, or if it was another friend that had seen Jordan at a party, which we can gather that it was probably a sex party because she said you had to pay to get in. And it's like, what party do you need to pay for? So Jordan is just diabolical. And the fact that he was making Jesse seem like the bad one the entire season is just crazy hearing all of this and just all the little extra things, which she mentioned some of this on the season, but it's like one of the biggest things for me that I thought was so hard to listen to is him trying to blackmail her with the Marciano stuff and being like, if you act up, I'm going to post this TikTok right now. I'm going to post this TikTok right now. And she was saying that there was a moment where she was like chasing him around the house, like trying to grab the phone from him. And he was like, are you going to act like Taylor? Are you going to be like Taylor? And was like, which makes me think, because she did say that him and Dakota are best friends. Like he's always
Yeah.
over at the house. They're super close. I don't know. That recording seems a little interesting now, a little funny. Dakota's recording of Taylor. Obviously, Taylor is still in the wrong, but
Yeah.
him being like, oh, are you going to act like Taylor right now and trying to record her? It's like he literally got the playbook from Dakota. Like, I'm going to
Yeah.
act the fuck out of them and then pull my phone out and record.
Dakota and Jordan need to never be on my screen ever again. I never want to talk about these men again. I am so glad that they are removing themselves essentially from this because we have no interest in you. We do not care. We just don't care.
I
I
think that they think they're still going to be on the show, though. Like, that's
no.
how delusional they are. I truly think Jordan thinks that
Yes.
I'm going to be
Yeah.
on the show because I'm still her baby daddy, just like Dakota is still on the show. Which, I mean, if that's what he's thinking, he's kind of right in that sense because they've allowed Dakota to do whatever he wants when he shouldn't even be on the show.
Yeah, but now I think because everything has blown up, they're gonna take away Dakota. They're not gonna
They
have him
have
on the show.
to.
They have to, for safety and liability reasons, not let Dakota on set. And Jordan, Jesse probably doesn't want you there either. I don't want any of these men on my screen again because I'm like, okay, well, at least we have draws a blank because all the men are so awful. I get so worked up when I think about each one. Like immediately after Dakota and Jordan, Zach, I
Yeah.
could box him. Like seriously, put me in the ring with Zach, gloves off. Like we are going hand to hand combat because the way I feel about that man, and I'm not even a big fan of Jen at all, especially after this season. But Zach is just so like
There's
just
just
so
something about him.
annoying.
He just,
Yeah.
I know this is
Off-putting.
aggressive, but he has such a punchable face. Like,
That's Bree. I thought the same thing, but I was like, I'm not gonna say it, so I'm glad you.
sorry, guys, this is a gossip break, whatever.
I don't know what it is. He's just such a fucking douche. They're all such douchebags, and they are losers at the same time. And the women are. Jessie looked so beautiful. I was like, please, queen, do not touch your face ever again.
Ever again.
Whatever you did to get to this point right here, stop it right now because it can get a little spooky if you cross this fine line. But right now, you look good. The hair looks good. Your
The
eyes
dark
are
hair is
popping.
so nice,
The- Like, this is your signature look. Don't do anything, please.
which I guess we can go ahead and get into her and Chase then, which
Oh gosh,
rumors this
guys.
week that people saw them out
Making out.
together, kissing, making out. And I was just thinking there's no way, which I don't know why I was thinking there's no way because why wouldn't, like, they're all fucking swingers. It could be true, but I'm like, no, Jesse's one of the most girls on the
Right.
cast,
She's
you know, like
already having a bad week.
yes, it wouldn't be her out of everyone. But then Miranda posts the flowers pictures from Jesse saying like I'm so sorry. And I'm like, "Oh my god, so it's confirmed." And then Miranda posts another video saying how all my friends want my ex-husband like it's a waiting room or something. I There was this comment that it killed me. You know that meme where there's one book that's a really fat, thick book, and then there's a book next to it that's like 2 to 3 pages. And on the
Hmm.
fat book, it said like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And then on the book that was like 2 to 3 pages, it was like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives if Miranda had a gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like, why does she keep getting played with? Because it was Taylor, then it was Layla, now it's Jesse, then it was Shania. Like, get out, like literally leave my man alone. Like, that's still my man, to be honest. We're not divorced. Leave him alone.
Yeah. But also, even if he wasn't my man anymore, that is still my ex-husband, the
Husband.
father of my 3 children, I think.
I think she has two, but still, yeah.
2 children. Get away from him. Like, go away. Y'all can pick really anybody else's husband. If we're just gonna cross the line with husbands, please go hook up with Jordan and get him out of Jesse's space. We all have to do Chase. It's just so incestuous and I don't like it.
I don't like it. I feel so bad for Miranda because, yes, it's technically not her man anymore, but at the same time,
You're still my friend.
yeah, you were one of my closest friends. And then someone else brought up another good point, which I didn't know about. But do you remember Kate, who was on season 2, who was Chase's ex-girlfriend or girlfriend at the time? It was like during that Halloween party. She was another
Yeah.
blonde girl.
Yeah, I was like
And
one of the
Jesse have been
blondes.
best friends, closer than her and Miranda, for 13 years. So she also posted, I feel so betrayed. And I guess Jesse also sent her flowers, which is like, Jesse, flowers for making out with my ex man is not enough.
She
Like, you
no
better be doing
shade.
my hair for free for a year.
For life,
Literally.
bitch. Like for life. I want like I'm coming in every 2 weeks and we're coloring my hair and you can't say anything about it. I want the extensions, everything, because come on now. That is actually really crazy.
It's so incestuous over there. And then,
Yeah,
and I had totally forgotten about Layla as well, because, you know, her
me
and Miranda
too.
are super close. And I was like, oh my God, Layla too. Like, Miranda is literally not safe from these girls. I feel so bad. And she's like the coolest one on the cast.
Yeah, she's the most normal. And honestly, that's the thing about Chase. Out of all the men, he's kind of the most normal. Not saying a lot at all, considering what we just said.
He's
But
the
maybe
freaking town whore.
yeah, but he's the pass around. He's the homie hopper. And it's then he gets on podcasts and talks shit about the women. I'm disgusted. I was literally gonna say Miranda just needs to pick up her stuff and move to LA. But it seems the original story for Mormon Wives this week was that they announced that there was gonna be a spinoff in Orange County with Jen and like other cast members. I don't know why they picked Jen. I don't know why they picked Orange County. Didn't know that it was a big Mormon community out there.
Jen is
But
not she's not a
no,
lead of a show.
not at all. We saw that.
And someone did another TikTok that was like cracking me up because Jen this season, she had already been pissing me off, but this season especially, I think a lot of
Hmm.
people feel the same way. But they were saying, "Oh, Jen, I thought you were from the hood. So why are you sending Zach to talk to Whitney for you?
Right.
You can't lead a
She,
show, girl. Stay back home in Utah, babe. Just be part of the ensemble cast.
yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
work."
Yeah, it is. But then didn't I'm putting all the pieces together as we're talking about it because didn't Layla date Chase's brother?
Yes. She is real life Belly Conklin.
Stop the madness, y'all. Stop the madness. And it's not,
Dad next.
yeah, like really though. And it's not too uncommon, at least in college and high school, because you're literally in college and high school to like, maybe talk to the same guys in the same friend group. I'm not saying I haven't done it before either, sisters, but like people's husbands in the same group, and then like I'm gonna go date his brother. That's just a little. I need all of them to just have an orgy and like get it out of their system and leave me out of it because
Well,
that,
that's what they need to do and just get over it.
yeah, because that's the only, that is actually the most normal way for all of them to hook up with each other is just to have an orgy rather than just passing each other around at random points in time. Like just all hook up
And be done with it and
and
leave
be
us out of
done.
it. Like,
Yeah,
do
and
it during
leave
this pause and like, let's start fresh. You guys
because
come back.
this is crazy. They keep us so fed And for that, I am grateful.
I mean,
But
the way it started with, like you said, we were literally going to start this week with it being an OC spinoff. And then we're talking about Jesse on Call Her Daddy. We're talking about Chase and Jesse. We're talking about like all of these things branch off. And this is all within a week. Literally last week, we were on here talking about Taylor's domestic violence video. Like it literally never ends. Every week, like TMZ has been booked and busy with those
yeah,
girls.
yeah. And the spinoff, I don't know. We'll see. Spinoffs are hard to do. Housewives is really the only successful franchise that's ever done it. So we'll see. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think Housewives was able to be successful because each franchise is so different.
Yeah,
Where
that's true.
how different can the OC girls be from?
I don't want an OC spinoff. Like, stay in Utah and just pick cameras up. The fact that
Yeah.
cameras are down right now, Bravo would never.
Never, never,
Ever.
ever.
Vanderpump Rules literally wasn't filming, and they had cameras at Tom and Ariana's house within 12 hours. Like, open up. Time to put mics on. Like, they didn't give a fuck.
Oh my
The fact that this has
gosh.
all happened with Taylor. One, we're missing all of this. Like, I don't care about Taylor, but I want to see the girls' reactions. We just
Yeah.
missed Jesse and Jordan getting divorced, him trying to file a restraining order on her. We just missed the call her daddy of it all. We missed Chase and Jesse making out. We missed Miranda activated. Like, what? Bravo would never. That's all I have to say.
Bravo would never, and that's why they reign supreme. I just need Hulu to get a new, I just need them to get out of the call her daddy Hulu Kardashian Mormon wife space and we pick somebody new, pick some black people, somebody get some color in there, something so I can like really lock in because I'm not watching Love Overboard. I don't think anybody is.
No, that show was so insane. Like when I saw that, I was like, is this like a comedy sketch? Like they're literally pushing them overboard.
Yeah, it is the dumbest concept I've ever heard. It was, which I'm not surprised Alex doesn't have good ideas. She just steals them from other people. It's this show, love show hosted by Gabby Wendy, and half of the people on there are basically the slaves on the fucking boat that have to clean the bathrooms and mop and sleep underneath the boat, while the people that are in couples are in love. And if you get voted off, you get thrown off the boat. It's so stupid. And that's when I become a hater because I'm like, oh, I love mass comm cherry bombs. And then you bring up Alex Cooper, and suddenly I'm making her public enemy number one because I was like, I can come up with a better idea. Any of us could come up with a better idea for a dating show than making half the people work on the boat.
I
Like,
fucking walk the plank if nobody finds them attractive.
yeah, like, what are we? Hulu?
Get in your Bravo bag, turn
Yeah.
cameras on right now. We've had enough of a break. Which actually, speaking of, one thing that Jessie said on Call Her Daddy that made me like, a little bit questionable is her reasoning for why they put pause on cameras for right now is because she was saying how, like we just didn't know, like there was still so much stuff coming out. We didn't want to say the wrong thing. We didn't know what exactly to say in this situation. And I get that because it is a sensitive situation. But at the same time, I just feel like the girls have such groupthink all the time. I feel like they really get influenced by the viewers' opinions and comments because they didn't want to say an opinion until they knew that the viewers were going to be on the same side. And that's like just one thing I don't really like about the Mormon girls because you could literally see how they all switched up on Whitney once she started doing well with Dancing with the Stars. Like, Michaela and Whitney are besties again. And it's like, oh, convenient. Now that everybody likes Whitney, or not everyone,
Yeah.
but she's definitely better than she was before. She's not getting the villain edit. All of a sudden, all the girls are good with Whitney again. Like, really?
Yeah.
So I bet, if they filmed now they're going to be like, we condemn everything that Taylor does and yada yada, which actually Jesse did kind of stand up for her on the podcast. I mean, she just
Yeah,
said like,
she
I
did.
don't agree with what she did, but she is my friend and she's a good person. But at the same time, like I said, if they had the show filming right now and now that they saw how everybody reacted to Taylor, they would have the same opinions.
Yeah. No,
Like grow
100%.
some balls. Like get on your Lisa Rinna, Teresa Giudice shit.
Yeah, be a real villain. Bring back a real villain that stands 10 toes down in their villainhood. Or even if you say the wrong thing, be like, it's a reality TV show. I'm not gonna say everything right. It was the heat of the moment. As you can imagine, it's been an insane week. They're getting divorced. She's beating up on him, but apparently he's beating up on her. Like, I said the wrong thing. Sue me. Of
Yeah. I mean, it's
I'm
supposed to be real
standing it.
TV. And like
Yeah.
at the same time, I also feel like people get so caught up in saying that if like I have an opinion now, I have to stick to it forever. And it's like you guys are allowed to have different opinions. Like
Hmm.
season 1, majority of people didn't like Whitney, and that's okay to admit because she was being a little bit weird. Like she was just super conflict avoidant and it was kind of hard to watch. But as she's gotten better, people's opinions change on her. Like, okay, I like Whitney now. Like that's allowed. Everybody being like,
Hmm.
oh, if you didn't like Whitney from the beginning, don't switch up now. Like, no, people are allowed to have their opinions change. That's
Yeah.
literally reality. That's just real life. So you guys can have your opinions change about the situation, and I want to see it all. Get
Yeah.
Andy in there right now.
No, get Angie in there and the reunion host for like, are they even gonna give us a season 4 reunion?
Their reunions are so lackluster. I barely watch.
Yeah.
They
Well,
always have hosts that don't know how to ask follow-up questions.
yeah.
They have biases. They don't ask the questions we want. It's a whole Dunkin' sponsored dad talk ad. Like, get me out of here.
No, that's what I was gonna say. They have not nailed the reunion host special. They're good because first it was Vile, Nick Vile. I don't even know who it was at first. I don't even know if they had one at first. But then it was Nick Vile. Then it was Stassi. Now question mark. I mean, go ahead and make it Alex because that's what y'all want to do
Oh
anyway.
my God,
Make
that's literally who it's gonna be.
yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, breaking. I mean, that's my theory because they're making her the host of everything, and I'm just like, again, not impressed. I'm not impressed. We need Andy or someone that came from the Andy Cohen School of Mass Communications to get in there and ask questions.
The number one mass comm cherry bomb, Andy Cohen.
Yeah. Oh, and a perfect example of a Mascom cherry bomb. And you know what? And that's why I love him because you know what? He went to school for this. He really does this.
This is really his life.
Yeah, right. This is his real life. So we'll
Wait, so
see
what did
what.
he actually? Okay, no, he did. Bachelor of Science in Broadcast Journalism. I know that's right. Masscom
Yeah.
cherry bomb.
Yeah. But he is the real deal. So yeah. We'll see what the Mormon girlies give us next week. Not too excited about this spinoff. Not sure if I'll watch. One, two, I need cameras up.
Yeah. And I did see that Michaela moved to California, at least for like now. I'm assuming it's temporary. I don't know. To heal with, I think she had mold in her house. I don't know. And then I guess the J separation. And then Macy commented under it that she'll be there soon too, apparently, which I don't know. Don't split the girls up too much. I don't want to,
No,
like, stay in
my
Utah.
I need all of them just to move to California and get away from their families for a
All or
little bit.
nothing. No
Yeah.
separation.
Yeah, and leave those husbands in Utah and and make them the primary parent. I don't know.
Something. And leave Chase's ass behind because
Yeah.
I see him. And do you know this influencer? I think her name is like Salome. I don't know how you pronounce her name. It's like Salome. She's this super cute girl. She lives in Mormon and she has these two twin girls and she's
Oh
always doing
yeah,
like,
she lives in Mormon.
yeah, no, literally lives in Mormon. She lives in Utah. And Chase
Yeah,
is
yeah.
always in her TikTok comments. I'm like, you are such a whore. Any good looking influencer woman who lives in Utah, he's in their comments.
Yeah, because he's trying to get on that.
Ugh, poor Miranda.
I know, Maria, and she's so pretty and normal. It's just really unfortunate that this is her life. And this, like, is this your man? Yes.
Oh my God, we could literally have an episode just for those girls and the
Yeah.
news that they bring us. It's insane. I think that's enough for the episode today. The Mormon girls took a lot out of us. But
Yes, they
I love
did.
it. I'm willing to do it every Friday to talk about those girls. Love them down.
No,
Their
of
flaws and
course.
all. Besides Taylor, we're not including her in that.
Yeah, not her flaws. Those are
Not
flaws
her.
yeah, we
We have
cannot
some
accept
respect.
those. Yeah, yeah, just a little bit. So thanks for listening to another episode of Gossip Break. We hope it was the cherry on top of your day like it was ours. As usual, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, all the things. And give us a 5-star review and share this with your best yapper.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.